I truly hate inconsistent hypocrites. The people that feel so proud they stick their chest out and they spend all their time on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, and just point the finger at everybody else. They don't look inward. They don't look for a different answer. They don't look for a different solution. They just feel so proud pointing the finger at other people. And my issue with that is when the tides turn and circumstances change, you're going to run into a problem of all these people you pointed the finger at. They're going to look back at you and ask a very simple question. What are you going to do about this problem? And these hypocrites never show up to answer the question. And it's sad because if you're spending all that time pointing the finger, you should be able to handle some criticism when it's thrown right back at you. Why months ago, when Gabby Petito went missing and is now confirmed deceased, did Joanne Reid get on TV and not just say, hey, this internet celebrity is missing, here's a number, call it if you have information? Why did she get on TV and talk down to everybody who cared about this person? Why did she get on TV and talk down about all the people who were concerned? Why did she say that all these people had missing white women disease or missing white person disease?
Now, it goes without saying that no family should ever have to endure that kind of pain. And the Petito family certainly deserves answers and justice. But the way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome, the term coined by the late and great Gwen Ifill to describe the media and public fascination with missing white women like Lacey Peterson or Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color.
In what way does any of that make sense? It's an internet celebrity, and I said it in the past and I'll say it again. It's unfortunate that the regular person is down here and the celebrity is way up there, but that's the standard that society has given everybody. If you got the following, you're gonna get propped up more and more than the average human being like myself. If you're somebody with a lot of money and you're known on YouTube, Twitter, whatever, you're gonna get propped up more than the regular person who works a 9 to 5. It's a sad circumstance, yes, but it's what society has given us. It's been a few days and I've been anxiously waiting for what Joanne Reid would say on TV about Lawrence Smith Fields, who arguably was in the same situation as Gabby Petito, somebody who went with someone somewhere and then turned up missing, then dead. What's the difference? The difference in skin color. And newsflash to anybody who wants to make it a racial issue, it's not a racial issue. It's somebody who went somewhere with another person and ended up dead. No racial should be brought up here. It should be clear, cut, and simple. The person who they went on the date with is obvious suspect number one. Find them, interrogate them, and if they are the ones who did it, put them in jail. It's Saturday, January 29th, 1:02 p.m. when I'm recording this, and so far Joanne Reid hasn't said a word about it, and it's to the point where people are adding her on Twitter, begging her to talk about this. And so I'm using this as the plea to Joanne Reid. If you have any credibility, if you actually have any consistency in your body, if you actually care about all these missing people of color that you claim others don't care about because they have some disease in them, talk about Lawrence Smith Fields. Talk about all these other missing black people that I keep finding out about on Twitter and not through the news. Be the person who's going to spark that change instead of spending all your time bitching about Trump and pointing the finger at white people.
Elon wasn't happy, so he did what he always did and stomped his little feet and insulted Senator Warren, calling her an angry mom and referring to her as Senator Karen. So for so many reasons, being a freeloader and a selfish and disrespectful one, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, appropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes.
If you do that, more people wouldn't talk bad about you. If you do that, more people would look at you as a respectable person in the news media. But instead, you're just like everybody else. Somebody who's going along with an agenda, somebody who's fixated on making everything a white person's problem, somebody who's not consistent when it all comes back to bite you in the ass. And that is sad, and it's a shame that a dude in a fucking Rugrats shirt has to call you out on the weirdness you have of white people, Kyle Rittenhouse, Trump, and all this shit about privilege. Talk about this woman who fell the same circumstances. Nothing's different. And if you're gonna tell me that race is the issue, who are you really mad at? You're mad at me for calling out somebody who's not talking about it, or are you gonna support the person who's spending your time letting you know that white people are always the problem? Subscribe to the channel. See y'all in the next one. Goodbye.